We want to get back to that breaking news that we have been following for you this morning. News that the Pope passed away overnight. Joining us live on the phone right now is Bishop David Zubik with the Pittsburgh Catholic Diocese. And Bishop Zubik, we really appreciate you joining us this morning to share your thoughts about all of this. Certainly such sad news. What are you thinking? What are you feeling this morning?
Well, first of all, Erica and David, good to be with you and all of your viewers today. So I only learned about the Holy Father's passing within the last hour for sure. And in a certain sense, it's shocking. It's shocking because he looked so well yesterday on the balcony. Mm-hmm. Actually, that was the last piece of news I saw before I fell asleep, was him on the balcony radiating his love for the people that were there at St. Peter's Square and beyond. So I think that it's shocking to know that he passed, but in many ways I think it's something that people have been on the edge of their seats concerned about over the course of the last couple of months in terms of his own illness. But I think today, most important of all, we need to be able to pray for him. It's our tradition as Catholics to be able to pray for those who've passed, and we do so with a great deal of gratitude in our hearts for all that he did as such a beautiful pastor of the church throughout the world.
Oh my gosh. And you were talking earlier a little bit to us when we had you on the phone during the commercial break. You've actually met Pope Francis before. What was he like? What was that interaction like?
He was like being with a brother priest. The last time that I was with him was on Thanksgiving Day of 2019. And every number of years, all the bishops throughout the world go to meet with the Holy Father in what's called the ad limina visit. It means usually every 5 years. And we spent 3 hours with him on that Thanksgiving Day. You know, first of all, he wished us a happy Thanksgiving, said he was sorry that we had missed being home with our families, but it was beautiful in terms of how we talked about our love for the people. But it was interesting to see how relaxed he made us feel. You know, very, very down to earth, a lot of humor in the conversation. It really felt like I feel when we come together with all the priests of our diocese for various meetings, and then to have an opportunity just to be able to, you know, to share our camaraderie and our fraternity. And that was a genuine feeling that I've had about that meeting. And I met him several times before that, but not with any meeting that would be as substantial as that one was.
Right.
And you talk about how comfortable you felt with him. We've been talking about all the Christians that, you know, they refer to him as the people's Pope, because he truly did make a connection in sort of a different way, didn't he?
You know, one of the things I can say, and we view this every time we see him, whoever was in front of him, he made them feel like they were the only person in the world at that point. You know, and so for him, protocol didn't matter. What mattered was making sure that he showed his love for everybody whom he met. And I think that was the thing that he challenged all of us to say. You know, it was really important that we take a look at each other from the perspective of recognizing each other as folks that are created in the image and likeness of God. And he demonstrated that consistently from the very first moment that we came to know him when he was elected Pope back on March 13th of 2013.
If you are just joining us at home, breaking news from overnight, Pope Francis passing away at the age of 88. We're talking now to Bishop David Zubik with the Pittsburgh Catholic Diocese, and again talking just about how he was the people's Pope. So many people now around the world are going to be mourning this loss, but what do you think Pope Francis would want all of those mourners to remember today?
Well, I think he would want us to remember one of the things that you know was a hallmark of every one of his talks, which is that we need to be people of mercy, we need to be a people of hope. That's part of the reason why, you know, he focused on that particular theme for the Holy Year that we're experiencing as Catholics. You know, there's been a lot of publication about the Holy Year that's taking place, and he called it, but it was more than just a ritual event in the church. It really, there were so many different ways in which he called us to make sure that we take our faith to heart and that we respond to it in terms of the ways in which we really respond to every person we meet, especially those folks that sometimes society would want to put on the fringes.
Well, he definitely made a connection with so many people, and so many people in our area are mourning his loss this morning. Bishop David Zubik, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts and your impressions. It means a lot to us, and it means a lot to a lot of our viewers.
Absolutely. We appreciate you being here with us. We're going to be right back.